Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where the goal is to inspire, empower, and transform. Today I'm going to talk about what may be the most exciting and complex emotion that human beings can experience. That emotion is love. First I'll talk about romantic love, and then I'll give some tips on how romantic love can be the springboard for a deeper and more expansive kind of love, the kind that endures and lasts a lifetime. Have you ever been in love? It's nothing like it. I'm talking about that state of mind that makes you feel something so special about a person. You want to be with them all the time. When you're not with them, you're thinking about them. Maybe going to the grocery store was a routine thing. It was a chore, something you took for granted. But now that you're in love, going to the grocery store takes on a new meaning. You find yourself standing at the meat counter thinking about the person. The apples seem more red and the bananas are more yellow. The colors are more vibrant because you're in love. Your entire universe revolves around that person. And you feel this intense emotional and physical attraction for the person, and you yearn to express it. It's an absolutely wonderful feeling and state of mind. My husband and I got engaged in 1968. We had very little money. When we wanted a treat, we'd take the bus to Crystal's Hamburger in downtown Atlanta. A cheeseburger was 15 cents, order fries 10 cents, and I think a drink was also 10 cents. We sat in that tiny restaurant eating our burgers and watching the people walk by. For us, it was like eating a steak at a high-end restaurant. We were together, and that was all that mattered. We couldn't wait for our classes to end every day so we could take walks on the campus, go to a movie, or attend a game. We enjoyed these activities, but the real fun was just being with each other. This is the nature of romantic love, full of intense physical and emotional attraction and dreams of a future life together. This is one of the best parts of love, the romantic part that is fiery, warm, and so exhilarating. But in order for love to last, this romantic love must expand and grow beyond just the emotional and physical state. It must mature into something more than just feelings. We all know that feelings change, and because romantic love is based largely on feelings, it needs to be accompanied by traits that don't depend so much on feelings. And when this happens, you see how expansive love can be, and you discover the true power of love. Here are some examples of how love that lasts and stands the test of time must become more than just feelings. Love must be shown through actions. For example, if the person you love gets sick, you may not feel like caring for them, but because you love them, you put your feelings aside. Years ago, when I went through menopause, my body went crazy, and so did my mental and emotional state. My behavior became erratic, and my hormones went haywire. I was a crazy woman. My husband didn't know me, and I couldn't figure out who I was either. Finally, after a lot of work with my doctor, my hormones started balancing out and I got better. That was a very scary experience for me. Needless to say, my husband was confused and he was also frightened, but he hung in there and rode that roller coaster with me. Several years ago, my husband had a serious surgical procedure, which required months of recuperation. He needed assistance bathing and dressing. Now, I'm pretty squeamish about seeing blood, changing bandages, and being around people who are in pain, but I didn't think twice about being there for him. Fortunately, he's fine now, but during the initial period after the surgery, he was in a lot of pain, and it was a very challenging time for both of us. The times we took care of each other were some of the most non-romantic periods in our relationship. Not glamorous or glitzy or pretty at all. It was just pure love through action and had nothing to do with whether we felt like taking care of each other or not. Commitment is required when you love someone, and that commitment has to go beyond mere feelings. It has to involve a conscious decision to stay together and support each other. Being in a loving relationship means you have to be responsible for another person's happiness, not just your own. And this responsibility involves effort and dedication, not emotion. It's not easy to put someone else's needs before your own and sacrifice what you want to do for the other person. Personal feelings have to be secondary to this kind of sacrifice. The love you have for the person is primary. It must come first. When a couple goes through hard times, patience and tolerance will go beyond feelings. Trouble and hard times can last a long time, so being tolerant and able to wait while working through the situation is very important. And not letting emotions rule keeps you grounded and able to function in a way that keeps the relationship healthy. The romantic part of love is great, but the other aspects of love must be tangible. They must be about actually being there for your loved one, being there in ways that aren't based on feelings and emotions. For example, I may feel like being alone, but I choose to spend time with my partner and put forth the kind of energy that we both can feed off of and enjoy. Sometimes it's necessary to put our feelings aside and accept our partner's constructive feedback. This is an important part of growing, not only as an individual, but also as a couple. One of the most action-based and non-emotional aspects of love is staying loyal through the good times and the bad times. Loyalty requires dedication and perseverance, and these actions go way beyond feelings. They're necessary when working through problems and keeping your love alive. The best way to show respect for the person you love is to demonstrate it through actions. For example, showing kindness, understanding, and the ability to listen and empathize. These are examples of respect through actions rather than feelings. Showing care and affection when it's not convenient and when you don't feel like it is a sign of love. Practical actions like cooking a meal and running errands are examples of ways to show that you care. If I'm in my feelings, I won't be able to move past disagreements and the mistakes my partner makes. This is a major reason why love must grow beyond emotions. People whose love goes beyond feelings have a more holistic view of their partner. They can appreciate their partner's personality, their values, and the relationship as a whole. Feelings and emotions are important. If we didn't have them, we couldn't enjoy life or experience love. When we can use these feelings and emotions as a foundation for growth, then we can discover how to love more deeply and benefit from love's enduring power. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I hope you'll come back again so you can be inspired, empowered, and hopefully transformed. Until next time, be safe, be well, and be prosperous.